Hmm. Hello, hello, and welcome in this the second live building video. This is a building your own or building custom live engine requests. So, as you can see here, we are waiting for people to show up. Right. Since we are waiting here, let's be useful and start searching the internet a little bit. It's gonna take some time for them to show up. Alright. Hello, Mr. Dean Peepers. Hello, and how are you? It's good to see you here again. Can you hear me? Is the mic working? Oh, great. Okay, that's great. Oh, cool. It's 10:33 in the East Coast. Alright, exams. Oh, good luck. How's your exams? Or how were they? Were they hard or easy or in between? Wow, okay. I'm actually new here, let me see. Alright, build an inline 3 engine with a 2.3 liter. Okay, hello Mr. Adex X. An inline 3 with a 2.3 liter. Okay, so here's our first engine. What kind of materials are you looking for, Mr. Adex X? Wow, okay, so good. Wow, good luck on your essay, Mr. Dean Peepers. So what kind of materials are you looking for this engine? Aluminium, cast iron, aluminium silicon, iron. Okay, that's great. And now, since we are going with 2.3 liter, let's go with something similar. Because I want the engine to has a good amount of bore and stroke. 99 and 99 maybe. Alright, so 99.2 on bore and stroke, and let's see, dual overhead camshaft, 4 valves per cylinder, and also iron on the head material, Mr. Adex X. Would you like iron also on the head material? What do you mean by it will rotate only 3,500? Really? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about the RPM? Let's see if I want to build it like this, maybe 10.5 to 1. Wow. Fair race video. What kind of racing? What kind of racing you're watching? Track racing, drag racing, track day, drift. And yes, do you want a turbocharged beast or a naturally aspirated beast? Look at that big snail. The streaming is a little bit slow, so this messages came late, can come late. Turbo, okay. Let's see. So yes, I know Mr. Dean Peeper's fail race channel. That's cool, but what kind of racing? What kind of racing are we talking about here? So the engine can only go up to 4,700 RPM. Oh, Car Mechanics Simulator, yeah, it's a cool game. It's a very nice game. Yeah, I like Car Mechanics Simulator, especially the 2018 model, because it's nice. It's very nice. You can, it's very detailed. I mean, the cars are not really detailed well, but it's a good game. Let's see, I want the turbo. I don't want so much lag here, so that's why I'm trying to make a perfect turbo setup here. Alright. It says here I built that engine for Newton meter. I don't know how many pound-feet it has. Okay, don't worry, Mr. AX. I will convert it to you. Don't worry. 270 pound-feet of torque. Alright, let me just make it perfect, and then I'm gonna start converting numbers here. I will convert it for you, don't worry my friend. Yeah, guys, look, I have some great news here. I'm planning on meeting you on Snapchat. So it's getting to know you more, getting to know what kind of car you are driving, getting closer together. So if you don't mind adding me on my Snapchat, so because I want to hold like a contest of the coolest car my subscribers have, yeah. So you can add me on my Snapchat, and then you can take a picture of your car, put it on your story, and then I can compare it to the best one of my subscribers. Listen to that. I want to make it rev higher. Let me put it to like +5 or +6, and this one to +5, and the turbocharger to +5. Basically everything to +5. Now the engine can rev up to 6,000 RPM, which is great. Wow, Mr. Dean Primus. Okay, that's a cool request. A high revving V6 and make a 70 coupe. No. Today, Mr. Dean Peepers, we are making engines only. So my live videos will be one with making cars and the other with making engines only. So today we are making engines only. So whatever crazy idea of an engine you have, Mr. Den Peepers, we will make it. Hit me with good ideas of an engine, Mr. Den Peepers. Come on, give me some great ideas. Alright, here we go. This is your Mr. ADAX X. Here we go. Well, I have exceeded the 300 pound-feet of torque, as you can see. The least amount of turbine and the highest amount. No, that's not efficient. It's like this. Because I want this engine to have a good power band. I don't want it to be laggy. I hate laggy engines. Okay. Big torque, yes indeed my friend. 16 psi. Now listen to that, my friends, listen to that. Or listen to this. Indeed, Mr. ADAX X. I'm gonna actually call this engine on with your name. So this engine will be remembered as always as ADAX X, and then i3 custom. Is it correct? Sorry, custom turbo. Alright, here we go. Mr. ADAX X, this is your engine. Custom sport. Alright, so here you go, Mr. ADAX X. This is your engine, and now let's move on to Mr. Den Peepers. Now let's see what kind of specs you want. So you want a V6. You want it to be a 90 degrees or a 60 degrees. Which family would you like? 60. Here you go. This is 60, and here's the 90. Which family would you like? You are welcome, Mr. ADAX, anytime. Well, don't worry, Mr. ADAX, it's not finished. If you have another idea, it's okay. We can make another idea. Either is fine. Okay, if you want, I think the 90 degrees it's like an American V6. Yes, because Chevy made some V6s in the past. You know, in the V8 era, where you know the golden era of the V8. So they also made a 90 degrees V6. So and the 60 degrees, it's more compact and it's more modern. So okay, either is fine. So I'm gonna stick with a 60 degrees, then aluminium. Which size would you prefer? You want 9,500 RPM, right? Okay, so let's keep it a 3 liter. Let's keep it a 3 liter engine. You drive a Malibu? Wow, that's cool. I mean, let me whisper this to you. I think the car community think it's a rental car. That's what they think of the Malibu. Especially here in Saudi Arabia, a lot of rental car, what do you call it, shops or places. Yes, they are renting a Malibus. But it's a cool car. I've driven one. It's modern, it's cool, and it's a good car. Why? What's wrong with it? It tries to kill you. Why? Is it not good? Is there a problem with it? And yes, would you like the engine to be a turbocharged or a naturally aspirated engine? That's another thing. Whoa, Mr. ADAX X. Wow, a cool Fiat indeed. (2000) model. Nice. So you can consider it as a classic Malibu. That's cool. I mean, I've never felt any shame of driving a car from the 2000s or from the 90s or whatever. Actually, my daily driving car is a 1996 Ford Crown Victoria. Yes, that's my daily driving car, and I love this car so much, even if it's from the 1996. Naturally aspirated, okay. As you can see, I'm using 100 octane fuel because, oh yeah, I'll trade you. No, I love my Crown Vic. I will never trade it because I love it. As you can see, we have 100 problem here. It's okay. Just push the VVL to the max. Push that to +5. Make +10. Really, +15. Nice. Very nice, Mr. ADAX. I love Fiat cars because they are just Italian, especially the classic ones. I'm not talking about the modern one. The modern one are just not really great, but the classic Fiats were amazing. I like Italian cars. Who doesn't love Italian cars? It needs to make at least 350 horsepower. Oh my friend, we did 360. When did you have a full rebuild? Did you make it or not? I'd prefer an engine swap if I were in your place, except if, you know, the money matters, of course, but if you have the money, an engine swap will do just fine. Amazing. Did you rebuild it with your hands or with a professional mechanic? If you build it with your hands, I will be amazed because I think these V6s are complex. They are not really easy to work on. Amazing. Your Fiat is Brazil construction? Wow. Well, just shoot me. Which model is or what year is your model, Mr. ADAX? You are a mechanic? Amazing. Oh, I'm amazed. That's why most of your comments are just professional comments. Amazing. If you have a headphone, then rest in peace for your ears. What's wrong with this V6? It has a brutal sound. Wow. Well, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say, Mr. Dim. I really don't know what to say. But if it's working, it's working. It's okay. If it's working, it's working. So what do you think about this monster of V6? I need to hear it again. But first, let me switch to, oh my god, 410 horsepower. Let's switch to racing. And let's shove more ignition. No, less. Okay. Listen to it at idle. 200 pound-feet of torque at idle. Now that's amazing. Absolutely brutal. Check out this look in here. I want to see this look. Look at this. Ready? Steady. Indeed, Mr. Papers. My ears are bleeding. Absolutely brutal. Good request indeed, and I will be proud to call this engine dim Papers Insane V6 Racer. That's amazing. Indeed, plus 15. That's amazing. Alright, so give me another request. What would you like to see now? What would you love to see now? We have tried 3 cylinders, we have tried V6s, and now let's move on to something else. What would you like to see? A V8, a V10, V12, 6-cylinder, inline 6 sorry, or inline 4? What would you like to see? V12 Aston Martin V5.2 turbo. Okay, so let's see. This is a V12, and I will presume that it's an aluminum block. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not really sure, Mr. Dean Papers. I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna presume that the Aston Martin can rev high, so I'm gonna make it with the least amount of stroke and a good amount of bore. So as you can see, 83.6 and 79 on the stroke. That will equal 5,200. That's good. I think it has dual overhead camshafts, right? With 4 valves or 5 valves, because most high performance car they use 5 valves. I'm gonna presume 4 valves with variable valve lift, maybe. Forged, lightweight forged, maybe. I'm gonna put it to 9.5 to 1 since we are using a turbo. Unless if you do know the specs, it will be great. Tell me all the specs, Mr. ADAX. Let's see, a little bit like this. Direct fuel injection, 20. Performance, 95. 13.5. Drop the ignition timing. Oh great, that's amazing. I will see you on Snapchat, Mr. Dean Peppers. I will see you on Snapchat indeed. So what kind of RPM? What kind of RPM do you think this engine should be making? What do you think? What kind of RPM should we look for? 6,500? Ooh, the engine actually can rev up to 9,000. Oh, the engine can rev up to 9,000 if you want. Alright, so as you can see, we are very close of achieving 620 horsepower, which is great. 1, we have achieved more. So would you like to go over 620 or stick to 620? Which way would you like it? Stick to 620 or go over? Which way would you like it? So as you can see, it's making 620 horsepower and 611 pound-feet of torque. Now this is a very good torque. And let me see, is everything on 0? Yes, everything is on 0 quality. I did not. So this engine actually can be produced without any problem. That's good. That is good indeed. As you can see, a better variable valve lift profile only will make this engine more of a monster. So which way would you like to stick it like this, leave it like this, Mr. ADAX, or would you like me to push it more? Oh, no, not Aston Martin. Um, yeah, of course. It can make even more. Let's see how much we can push it with only with everything on 0. I don't want to exceed the 0 mark. Let me push the fuel to 100 and start playing with the variable valve lift profile and see how much we can. I know it will lose a bit of torque, it's okay. We can play with it. Don't worry, I want to make it as much as economical, and of course I want to make it as much as what's the word? High performance, yeah. Let's see, throttle per cylinder and play with the ignition timing, push more fuel in. Yes, like that. I want to see how much horsepower we can make without sacrificing with cost. So let's see, we can make around 800 horsepower, but I don't want the engine to be less efficient. Yes, we can make around 811 on 0 quality. And yes, we can push the RPM more if you want. Right, this way it will go all the way to the max. Now we can go higher, yes indeed. What a monster, is it, right? 900 horsepower, guys. 900 horsepower. And everything is on 0 quality, remember that. Let's see, removing the mufflers. It's 925 horsepower, now that's good. Pushing more fuel in. And let's see, bigger compressor. Because I don't want the engine to be less efficient. I hate inefficient engine. Let's see, 900 and let's go to 12. That's high. $1,000 horsepower. Here we go. Let's stick to 1,000 horsepower. Here we go. I don't want to go over 1,000 because I want the engine to be efficient. This way the engine is very efficient. Alright, so here we go. This is the final result, and if you want to hear it, here we go. Yes, the game is extremely laggy now because we have been playing with the turbo a lot, so now the game is very laggy. This is an error in the game. What a shame. Well, if we want to fix the problem, here you go, we have to go out and then where is your engine, Mr. ADAX? Your engine made 1,000 horsepower, so it should be here. Here we go. Smooth as butter. So what do you think about your engine, Mr. ADAX? Is it perfect? Do you like it this way? I think it's perfect. Custom 1,000 horsepower. Ooh. So Mr. ADAX, if you have a Snapchat, you can add me on my personal Snapchat. We can chat. You can request videos. You can show me your personal car, your cool Fiat. This is my personal Snapchat. You can add me here on this is my personal Snapchat username. It's Lord BAS94. You can add me on it as I said. You can chat, you can show me your cool car. I can show you my own car. Yeah, it's okay. I like to get to know my subscribers, because we are not just here as, you know, a channel and just viewers. No, we are more than that. I consider ourselves like a cool car community that we love engines and we love cars. That's why I would love to get to know you all your cars, maybe your daily driving machines, if you have a racing car, if you go to the track, whatever. It's cool. So this is your cool engine. This is your cool engine, Mr. ADAX. Let's see. Now we have. It says here I have extra 2 viewers. So hello, whoever is watching the video. I would love to know who's watching the video. So write your comment in the live chat, and let's see what kind of engines you can request. Yes, Mr. ADAX, I will see you in Snapchat. Thank you so much. I would really appreciate it. Come on, who is in the video? Who is watching? Come on, write your comment. Hello, Mr. Bees. Hello. Hello indeed. So Mr. Bees, this is a live video of making your own custom engine. So if you have an idea for an engine, for your own custom engine, I would love to make it, and I will save it in my game as your own, under your own name. So what kind of idea would you like me to do here for a custom engine? I'm waiting. Hello, whoever is watching the video, and welcome. This is making your own custom engine. So far we did an inline 3 engine with perfect amount of torque and power. It was a monster, and we made a 1,000 horsepower Aston Martin 5.2 liter V12 twin turbo. And now, Mr. Bees, we are waiting for your engine, and whoever is watching the video, hello, and you can request an engine, and I would make it, and I will save it under your own name. I'm still waiting. So we have an inline 3, we have an inline 4, we have an inline 6. Okay, if I want to recommend a Passat 1.8 turbo, best for tuning in Europe. Okay. Well, Mr. Winax, I actually made a lot of inline 3 engines. A lot of them. I made eco ones, I made super powerful ones, I made racing ones, I made naturally aspirated racing, performance. I made all versions that you can think of the inline 3. So if you haven't, yes, Mr. ADAX, I know that the Passat is a good engine, but let us give the other viewers, you know, a chance to make their own engines. So Mr. B Dykes, Hello, this is you making your own custom engine. So if you have a request of an engine, I can make it for you. So which way would you like us to start with? Should we begin making the most powerful inline 3? I would like some small hatchback or something like Citroen Saxo or a VW Polo with some inline 3 turbo. Okay, Mr. Winax, this is only making a custom engine video. So request an engine and I will make a car, don't worry, I will make something small with this powerful inline 3, but not in this live video. I will make it at a separate recorded video. So Mr. Bees, he wants a V12 engine. Okay, Mr. Bees, you want a V12. What kind of V12 would you like? A monster one, a naturally aspirated one, a turbo one? What kind of specs would you like? Semi-truck style engine. Okay, I like this. I like your request, even if there is no diesel in this game, but don't worry, I will make something similar after this V12. Let's finish Mr. B's V12 first. Turbo, okay, so I'm gonna assume you want aluminium. What kind of size would you like, Mr. B's? Humongous one or a small one? No, don't worry, Mr. Winax. I will love to make any engine the game can support it. 80 run, really? You want something that can run on cheapy, crappy fuel? Okay, that's cool. I actually didn't make that much of 80 run engines. Okay, so Mr. Bees, he won a small one, and Mr. Adax want an 80 run. Okay, Mr. Winax, I actually made more than 300 horsepower inline 3 turbo, but it's okay. I made like 400 horsepower, but I will make your cool engine after this one. Let's finish this one first. Let's focus on this one. So I'm gonna make a 2.1 liter V12 dual overhead camshaft with 4 bars per cylinder and aluminum heads with variable valve lift. Ooh, let's see. Yeah, it's fun indeed, of course. Low friction cast, and if you're wondering why I chose cast, because this is a small engine and of course the RPM will rev to the max. Mr. Adax, hello in my Snapchat. I'm really happy to see you on my personal Snapchat. Since we are making a turbo, I would suggest a very low compression ratio because we are using the crappiest fuel ever made on Earth. Let's make it an eco/powerful V12, even if it's a tiny one. Fuel economy. Awesome. Awesome, Mr. Bees. Profit per cylinder, yes. Low quality 80 ROM, which is the worst fuel ever made, but it's okay. We can manage, right? We can manage, of course. Dual 2.5 inch highway 3 slow straight through. Alright, so we are making not much horsepower and not much torque because remember, this is a 2 liter engine. 2 liter V12. Imagine these in real life, a car with a 2 liter V12. Yeah, no one is making these anymore, right? Let's see, 25. Actually, I'm making this engine to be as much as economical as... Which game is this? This is my friend Mr. Bees. This is Automation, the car company take-on game. It's currently in the developing era, so the game is not really finished. This is an early access of this game, and yes, the developers actually finished it a million years ago, but they actually decided to change the version of the game, so they made this one with the Unreal game engine. So they started from the scratch again. They started from zero. That's why the game is not finished yet. Okay, Mr. Winax, you want a naturally aspirated V8. That's cool. Think about the specs that you want. So because when we finish this video, we will make your request. I will turn it to my car. Yes, because ooh, Poland. That's cool. Hello from Riyadh up to Poland. Yeah, it's okay, my friend. It's okay. Seeing you on my Snapchat is just an honor enough, because I would love to know all of you guys. Remember, guys, I want to know you more, even outside of this video. So I would love if you can add me on my Snapchat, on my personal Snapchat, so we can chat, share our cars, photos. You know, because we are like a small car community here, right? It says here Ferrari made a 2-liter V12. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, a classic V12. So what kind of what is your best? What is your favorite car? What is your dream car? I mean, I know most of you will say my dream car is a Ferrari something, or a Lamborghini something, or a Bugatti something, but I'm not talking about these cars. I'm talking about real cars. I mean, cars that you may afford someday. You know what I mean? Like a Nissan, a Ford, a Toyota, maybe, whatever. What is your dream car? What kind of car that you think that you will afford someday and you will get? A Range Rover, that's cool. A Range Rover, what? Sport, what's the name of it? SVT or whatever. I'm not really an expert of Range Rovers. I know that there is a sport version and there is the SVT version, maybe. I love Range Rovers. They are luxurious and sporty. Sport, yeah. Which color, if you have the option, which color would you like the Range Rover to be? A Mazda RX-8. Oh, my friend, hello, Mr. Moyayu. Amazing to see you here. Wow, a Mazda RX-8. Oof, amazing car indeed. These rotary legends are just amazing. As you can see, my friends, we are now making history here. This is a 2-liter V12 engine, or a 2.1-liter V12 engine, and it's making 205 horsepower using the magic of twin turbos. And I know it's not really impressive, but we are using only 80 octane fuel, which is the least quality V12 ever made. You mean a Clio? An Clio? Not a Clio. I think a Clio, right? You want a Clio? You want a Clio in orange? A KTM Expo. Whoa, amazing! All these track day cars. Wow, they are just amazing. Let's see, we are making 235 horsepower here. That's cool. That's very cool. 10 psi. Okay. Actually, here in Saudi Arabia, most of the guys here, their dream cars are just, oh, it's real. The Elio 3-wheel car may never be produced though. I've actually never heard of it, Mr. B-Dax. I've never actually heard of it. If you add me on my Snapchat, you can send me a picture of it or something. I will also like a G-Wagon. Well, my friend, look, I don't want to disappoint you about the G-Wagon, but I want you to go to YouTube after this video and go to a car channel. It's under the name of Doug Demuro or something like this. Doug Demuro, yeah. He reviewed a G-Wagon, and you will be disappointed with this car, I promise, because there are some ancient stuff that they are still from 1970s, even in the 2018 model. Just go and watch the review of it, and you will see why you will be disappointed. I was like you. I really want a G-Wagon before, but after I saw that video and after I saw all the flaws with it, no. amazing sound. Yes, Mr. Adax. Yeah, I've actually seen the Top Gear episode when they got the KTM and the Caterham and that other ancient something. Yeah, it's a very impressive track car. I'm really in love with it. I mean, since Mr. Jeremy loves it, of course I will love it because it's perfect. It has push-rod suspension. Do you remember that episode when Jeremy kept talking about push-rods from the start of the episode to the end of it? And when they asked him what do you know about push-rod, he said that it will make everything better. That's it. That's what he's known. It says here by Mr. Winax. Well, I drive my dad's Opel Astra. Oh, that's a cool car. So I would like that, but some nice NAV8 will be nice tuned. My dream car has a range of F350. Whoa, that's amazing. Ferrari F355 or a Holden HSV. Oh, perfect cars in these. I mean, the F355 is a legendary Ferrari, a classic one, amazing. But the HSV is just a drift machine. No, I'm not from Saudi Arabia. I'm actually a Syrian. I'm from Syria actually, but I live in Saudi Arabia. I've been here since 2001. Yes, and as I mentioned before, guys here in Riyadh, they love or they dream of Camaros and Mustangs or 350Rs or Shelbys. They love V8s here. You can see a lot of V8s because petrol is very cheap here. It has the petrol price here is extremely cheap. You can have the worst fuel economy car here and it will not cost you anything to fill up. I promise that. Oh, I wish you all the luck. I wish you all the luck, my friend, Mr. Atomic Nerd, and I'm really happy to see you here. You're in Dubai. That's cool. I think the fuel in Dubai is expensive because I went there on a vacation and I had a rental Nissan Sunny and I had to fill it with like 200 or maybe 150 dirhams. I remember that was expensive. Make a 3-liter V6 with a mechanical fuel injection. Alright, so let me sum up this one. Mr. Bees and Mr. Adax X. So this is a 2.1 liter V12 engine that is running on 80 octane fuel and it's making 236 horsepower. Amazing, right? Imagine this in real life. And it's very smooth. Look at the smoothness, 97. Yeah, it's very expensive, Mr. Bees. Yeah, semi-truck engine, direct fuel injection, diesel. There's no diesel, Mr. Yes, there is no diesel here. But I'm gonna make you an inline 6. Also, there is no bore and stroke with these kind of sizes. Yeah. Well, of course, as we all know, the old Ferraris are not really reliable, and servicing them requires a highly degreed mechanic. Yeah. So this is Mr. B's V12 Eco 2.1 liter. All right, V12. The variant is custom. Alright, save this engine. Now moving on to the... Hello Mudmower 123. Hello. Can you make the biggest V12? Okay, I will make the biggest V12 after making something similar to a truck engine. Hello Mr. Dean Peepers, good to see you here. So where is... I forgot, sorry, I forgot your name. Someone requested a inline 6 engine that looks like a truck engine. So in order to make something similar to a truck engine, yeah, of course, most of the semi trucks uses inline 6. Even if you are looking for something weird, actually, you know these Isuzu or Isuzu, these small trucks, you know, they also use inline 6 diesels, 4.8 liters. Yeah. Cast iron. Alright, I think yes, all trucks uses cast iron because it's more durable. See what? Where are you going, Mr. Bees? Come on, stick with us. Unless if you are busy, of course. Sup, Atomic Nerd. Ah, thanks, man. I like you too, Mr. Bees. You are awesome. You can add me on my Snapchat as I mentioned before. Let me write you guys my Snapchat username. You can add me on my Snapchat and we can share our cards, we can share news, you can request videos, whatever. Here we go. Here's my Snapchat username. You can add me on it. Oh, sorry, Mr. Bees. I wish you all the good luck on your study. I wish you all the good luck. So, Mr. Adax X, your dad has a 2-liter 133 Dayo Nubira. I've actually never heard of it. Wow, it sounds interesting. 133 horsepower. That's cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Bees. I will see you on Snapchat and good luck on your studies. I wish you all the best luck. So let's continue with our truck engine here. So since we are making a truck engine, it has to have a turbocharger, a massive one, or it has to have a massive torque. Yes, goodbye, Mr. Bees, and good luck again on your studies. So who ordered the truck engine? I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Come on, let's see what kind of because I really don't know what kind of head and valves. So I'm gonna choose dual overhead camshaft with variable valve lift, 4 valves per cylinder, cast iron head. Ooh, we have someone added me on my Snapchat, Mr. Josh Higgins. Hi, B-Dykes. Okay, so there is no diesel here, B-Dykes, but I'm gonna do it. So the highest bore and stroke here is only 120, so I pushed everything to the max here, and well, dry weight is 1000 kilograms. 1 ton of engine. Oof. They should add a W16. Oh my god, I wish that, Mr. Mudmode. I would love to see a W16 and a Boxster engine, sorry. And I also like flatheads. Flatheads are, yes, Bugatti, I know. I also love to see flathead M-Line 8. You know, these classic American engines. I love these engines. They are classic indeed. So let's continue our semi-truck engine here. Cast iron internals, of course, because everything has to be extremely heavy duty, right? +5 quality. The compression, since we are making, I'm not sure about the compression. I mean, diesel engine have extremely high compression pistons or internals, but here we cannot make that because there is no diesel here. So let's see. I think oh, amazing! Thank you, Mr. Adax. I will check it out when I have time after this video, maybe. There is so many bugs in the game still. Yes, I know that, Mr. Winax. Yes, oh, the game is still crashing, still making a lot of errors. Them planes, yep. Low, sorry, it's okay. K engines, yes, K engines. The K engine version has more stable. I know that, but the graphics are hideous over there. That's why I'm using this version. Oh, let me see. Okay, I'm gonna check the pictures. I would love to see that. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, added me. Here we go. I'm adding you back, guys. Here we go, Mr. Josh Higgins. Alright, I have received something here on my Snapchat. Joshua, okay, Joshua with numbers, alright. Ooh, that is a cool car indeed, the Malibu. Oh, I know that model. I know that model in there. And this is, here we go, this is the Opel here. The Opel, that's looking great. This is the Dayu, or Dayu. Wow, cool cars indeed. I've seen, wow, Mr. Josh, I know this model, really, I know it, and it's snowy. It's snowy in your area. That's cool. I've never. Last time I saw snow was like 8 years ago when I was in Syria. When I went there on vacation, that was the last time I've seen snow. And actually, everything I see here is only desert sand. in particular. Okay, let's make the engine. The LS model. Yes, I think the LS is the basic one, right? There is the LS and there is the LTZ maybe. I'm not really a Chevy expert. Yeah, I think so. Well, good luck, my friend. I really like your car. This Malibu, it's a great car. It's a great reliable car. I wish you all the best of days in it. So let's continue the engine. What do you think about the Daewoo? I've seen it. There are actually in Syria there are a lot of Daewoo's or Dios over there. Yes, so I think I'm pretty familiar with the brand itself. So let's see. Do you know the Daewoo Matiz? Yes, it's pretty common in Syria. I've been out of school for a week because of snow and ice. Whoa, that's bad, Mr. Mudmore. But it's okay. A cool vacation, right? Oh, don't worry, we'll try to entertain you while we have time here when you are at home. And I wish you all the great luck. Really, it's not reliable. Do you have are there any other problems instead of the engine itself? Do you have any other problems with it? Whew. I want to continue building this engine. Let me continue building it quickly because there are a lot of comments, cool comments. Yep. Amazing. So let's see. Nice. Yeah, you told me, Mr. Dame Papers, but any other problems instead of the engine? Because you said it's not really reliable. I mean, most of classic or old cars, yes, they need the engine rebuilt at some point, but it's okay because you will make the engine new again. I mean, that's the whole point of it. I mean, the gearbox. Do you have any problems with the gearbox, the suspension, the brakes, the quality of the build? Alright, let's see, direct fuel injection, body, cylinder. Let's see, I'm gonna use 100 octane here because it's nearly as close to diesel, because diesel, there is no knocking in diesels. So I'm gonna use the most amount of octane available, pushing more fuel in and making the RPM very little. Well, actually, since we are making a diesel, I'm gonna use heavy duty cast and heavy duty cast. These will make the engine not rev high. It says here, my student papers, I had... Yes, I don't know. Okay, I've read it before. Let's continue building the engine then. No, not LS, my friend. He has the LS model. Actually, an LS swap will do you just fine, Mr. Dean Papers. You should have swapped it for an LS, but I don't think that it will work because is it a front wheel drive? A front wheel drive, right? It's not rear wheel drive. The Malibu, I think it's a front wheel drive car. Yes, I know indeed. So in this engine I'm gonna be focusing about the torque. So let's see here, it's a stock model, yeah, I know that it's a stock model, but I mean it's a front wheel drive, right? Or is it an all wheel drive? Because I'm not really familiar with this model, or with this what do you call it? Not era, with this year model. Yes, that's the name of the word. The crankshaft. Look at this, guys. Look at this. The crankshaft actually can take only 730 pound-feet of torque, and we have exceeded that. This is cast iron crank, so we have to use forged. Wow, amazing. So we were about to crack the crankshaft, guys. Have you seen that before? Yes, holy torque indeed. We were about to crack the crankshaft itself. Oh great, happy to hear that indeed, my friend. Switching to PC. Okay. Well, what is the device that you are using to watch the videos? Computer, not computer, or watching it on a mobile phone, or? I want to boost the hell out of this engine. Ooh, look at the torque! Ooh, yes, finally something perfect. (1,002 pound-feet of torque. Ooh, yes, 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Yes, we have achieved 1,000 pound-feet of torque. I mean, I know that. I know 1,000 pound-feet of torque is silly. Trucks have like 2,000 pound-feet of torque, 3,000 pound-feet of torque. But it's okay, we achieved a torque engine here. As you can see, 358 horsepower and 1,002 pound-feet of torque. So let's see here. What? Look at this. If I put it to zero quality, all of the internals will explode under this humongous amount of torque. Let's see, putting everything. I'm gonna put everything on +5 quality, so I can make it. (1,024 pound-feet of torque), not 1,300. (1,041 pound-feet of torque). Ooh. Oh my god, really? I hope that you're okay. I hope that you didn't get hurt or something. Oh, this is a disaster indeed. I hope that you're okay. Sounds like a truck indeed. rotating slowly and making 1,000 pound-feet of torque. Thank goodness. I'm really happy to see that nothing has happened to you. Like, I really wish you the best luck, and I hope that it will never happen again. Well, good to see that you're okay, my friend. So this has been something similar to a truck engine. I hope that Mr. B Dykes is happy with it. So I'm gonna call this engine under your name, B Dykes. Semi truck I6. Scania V8, 730 horsepower, max bore and stroke, big turbos, everything is iron heavy, 4 valves per cylinder. That's amazing. Okay, so that's cool. Who asked? Let me see. Who asked for what called an NA V8? Who asked for an NA V8? Because I kind of promised to make it after this one. Ooh, yeah. Sorry, main. Yes, it's slow. I know that 100 kilobytes per second. That's slow. A 70 racing V8. Ooh, that is amazing. Okay, so as you can see, I'm going to the top here and going back to the 1970. Let's see, 1970. Here we go. This is 1970. 90 degrees. Which V12 did you request? So let's make the V8 first, and then let's make your V12, and then let's make these Scania 730 horsepower or something. Okay, Mr. Mudmore, I'm gonna make it after this one. Okay, just when we finish this V8, just reminds me quickly, okay? So since we are making an engine in the 1970s, it has to be push rods, right? And since it has to be push rods are not really great to rev high, so we have to put the least amount of torque, of stroke, and the most amount of bore. Let's see, an 8 liter, no. Alright, a 7000 cc engine, a 7 liter V12. Push rods, since it's 1970s, and cast iron head. Let's see, forged steel crank, lightweight forged with, oh no, heavy duty forged and heavy duty or normal forged pistons. Plus 5 quality. Hello, Mr. B's. Okay, I'm happy to see you, but come on, we are men here. We don't say these kind of stuff, but hello, I'm really happy to see you again. So since we are making a racing V8, let me put nearly a racing camshaft. You want a flat plane crank? Okay, it's okay. Flat plane, here we go. Forged steel flat plane. Alright, we can do that, of course. Plus 5 quality here. Naturally aspirated. And a 4-barrel carburetor. Since we are making this kind of, as you can see, the 4-barrel, a single one, can only support 348 horsepower. Well, we are making a racing V8 from the 1970s. Racing 1, 98 octane fuel. This is leaded, of course. 13.5. Let's decrease the ignition timing. select 6000 for a start, racing tubular dual, no restrictions whatsoever, and yes, as you can see we have a humongous valve float. Yes, these engines are not really. So with plus 15 quality, now we can rev up to 6,000, no, 5,600, 5,700. That is not really great. .3. Well, this is a 7 liter, so it's close to it, right? Yeah, indeed. Noise. Alright, noise. So everything is great. 470 horsepower, my friends, yeah. Let's see, which way should we play here? I'm gonna change the compression ratio and let me see, is the exhaust perfect? Yes, the exhaust is very perfect, and no need for mufflers indeed. Plus, let's see, plus 3 here, plus 5 here, plus 15 here, plus 5. Okay. Yeah, let's decrease it to 0. Alright. Pollution, yes. Oh yes, of course. Because, my friend, we are using leaded fuel. And leaded fuel, here we go, leaded fuel doesn't have catalytic converters here. No, it hasn't been invented, and you cannot use them. Ooh, listen to that. By the way, we are using flat plane crank, not cross plane. That's why it sounds like an Italian V8. No, Mr. Bees, you have to go to Steam and then you can write in the section automation the car company take on, or just write automation and you will find it. It's cheap. It's not expensive. I would love to suggest something here, since we are using flat plane, and as we all know, flat plane is like a European crankshaft design, right? So since we are using a European crankshaft design, let's use a European head and valve design, right? So because push rods are meant for cross plane, a normal American, monster V8. But if you want to use flat plane, let's use something also European, like for example an overhead cam, or even a direct acting overhead cam. So what do you suggest? Should we go with what I suggest, or should we continue with this same engine? I am waiting for a reply. What do you think, guys? Should we change the head and valves to a more European, or should we change the crankshaft to an American one? A Hennis 426 overhead cam. Okay, so yes, I know, Mr. Ben Peepers. Yeah, it's a 7 liter. Yes, good notice on that. Okay, so let's use overhead cam. Actually, there are two options. Would you like a direct acting or a normal overhead cam? Would you like an normal overhead cam or a direct acting one? Or let's try both. Okay, so with push rods, this is the final result. With direct acting overhead cam. Oh my god, look at the difference with the power. 532 horsepower with this normal acting. Now let's switch, and it's still 2 valves per cylinder, guys. It's still 2 valves. And look at the difference. Overhead cam, 2 valves the same, 541 horsepower. The same engines, the same spec. I only changed the valves and the heads. 500 pound-feet of torque. Wow. Switching to 3 valves, 555 horsepower and 513 pound-feet of torque. Switching to 4 valves, 569 horsepower and 525 horsepower with the same engine, the same spec, the same fuel, the same everything, the same exhaust, everything. Now let's switch to a dual overhead camshaft. Let's go back to 2. Oh my goodness, look at the difference. A 2 valves overhead cam and a 2 valves dual overhead camshaft, 535, 53, sorry, and 4 valves dual overhead camshaft. Oh my goodness, 580 horsepower. And I'm sorry, Mr. Dean Peepers, in 1970s, in the 1970s there is no 5 valves option. 580 horsepower from the same engine, the same pistons, the same compression ratio, the same ignition timing, the same fuel, the same carburetors, the same exhaust. Oh my goodness, absolutely. And look, decrease it more and you will get 581. Look, increasing the size of the exhaust, 597 horsepower, my friends. Yes. More ignition timing and we will have 599. Less camshaft and we will get 604 horsepower. Yes, my friends, 604 horsepower. 600 horsepower 7-liter engine. Look at it. Check out the looks of it. Let's fire it up. Yes, 600 horsepower in 1970, yeah. Actually, Mr. Atomic Nerd, I was about to say the same. Let's hear it with crossplane. Are you ready, guys? Are you ready to see it with normal crossplane? Alright. Ready? Steady. listen to the idle of this engine forever. Oh my god, that's amazing. And yes, of course it can affect performance. I mean, let me move this chatting. Let me move it maybe to here. Yes, and then yes, you can look at the spacing. As you can see on the right side here, there are the flat plane, and on the left side are the cross plane. So the flat plane is worst in performance. The flat plane is more lightweight, it's less reliable, and the flat plane is, oh my god, look at the smoothness. The engine with cross plane, it's more smooth. How is that possible? I mean, the sound of a flat plane is smooth. The sound of this flat plane is smooth. I accept the opposite actually. And let's see what else. The server, of course, yes, the flat plane is cheaper. I'm not really sure why. The production unit is more. So as you can see, as a term of performance, it still has the same power, I think, and torque. Let me check the power and torque if they are the same. Look at the power and torque here. Okay, look at here. The same. The power and torque are the same. Woof. I really want to listen to it again. Won't you agree with me, guys? Come on, let's listen to this beast again. Correct, Mr. Dimpipers. Yes, very correct. Yes, I forgot about the cross plane, that it makes the piston. Yes, 2 pistons fire every half rotation. Yeah, revolution. That's perfect. Thank you for your cool explanation. Let me move this one to the top, and let me go back here. Okay, so you said here, Mr. Dimpipers, that you want a 107.95. 107.95. Actually, there is no. Okay, 1.7.9. And how much the torque? 95. How much the torque? Not the torque. How much the stroke? Sorry, how much the stroke again? 95.7. Hello, Mr. Charlie. Good to see you here. Alright, yes, Mr. Modmar, I will make your V12 after this one. 95.25, so 95.2 I would presume, right? 95.2. Okay, so this is equal 6.964, not exactly 7 liters, but really it's correct. So this cool 7-liter engine has actually lost 2 horsepower. Yes, it has actually lost 2 horsepower. But I forgot about the torque. Did it gain more torque? I think it gained more torque. Yes, the engine is now torqueier. Yes, it's a Hemi now. Yes, Mr. Dimpipers. Yes, it's a fully on Hemi now. But unfortunately, no, it's not a fully on Hemi because I'm using dual overhead camshaft. Yes, not pushrod. I'm using dual overhead camshaft, not pushrod. It's not a fully on Hemi. Yes, and of course, as we all know, the Hemi stands for the combustion chamber. Yes, the combustion chamber has the unique Hemi shape. Yes, and of course, yeah, this is a normal combustion chamber shape. Yeah, I know. If you want, we can switch to push rods. Oh my God! Look at the difference. Look at the difference. 491 horsepower instead of 602, and the torque is only 472. This is a tune Hemi. Shush. Yeah, yeah, my friends. Okay, so let's get back to it. So this is actually a correct size Hemi, but I'm using dual overhead camshaft now, and let's listen to it together. Let's see, the compression ratio here is 10.1 to 1. So if you want to use 10.5, here we go. Here is a 10.5 to 1 compression ratio. Blow it up. It cannot be blown up, my friend. Even if you look. Yeah, I mean, it won't blow up. I don't think so. I've actually never tried to blow up an engine. So would you like to see it to blow it up? Would you like me to blow it up? Come on, would you like to see this engine blowing up? Do it! Do it! Come on! Oh my god! Oh my god! I've never actually blown an engine before. Alright, so let's begin. Let's say goodbye to this engine. I don't think that any explode will happen. I think there will be a noise or something. Oh my god, it died. What happened? What happened, guys? Something has blown, right? I mean, yes, it's still intact. Listen again, listen again. Oh, that was bad, right? Rest in peace indeed. Alright, so this engine is dead. But look at the red lights. Alright, so let's make this engine work again because I'm really happy with this kind of engine. Yeah, of course. Look at the component that they will fail. As you can see, we have the crankshaft, connecting rods, and pistons, and all of them failed. All of them failed at once. All of them. But look, when the engine is running healthy, it makes 626 horsepower. And remember, this is 1970. I'm making 626 horsepower in the 1970s. So let's see, who is the cool fan that requested this kind of engine? Now we have a lot of you guys. Some of you have requested a V8, 1970 racing V8, and then Mr. Dimpeepers, maybe he requested the Hemi. So all of you guys requested this V8 together. Mr. Atomic Nerd, I'm actually making a V12 after this one, after this V8, and then I'm gonna make your racing inline 6. Let me just call this one live because everyone actually tuned this V8 live. 1970 racing V8. Yeah, maybe indeed. Custom. Alright. Now, who requested the V12? Who requested the V12? Because I promised to make him the V12 after this V8. Alright, Mr. Atomic Nerd, it will be perfect, come on. Yes, the biggest Mr. Mudmower, 123. Alright, your turn, okay. Arabian Hemi clone. Well, it's still the same, my friend. Mr. Dimpeepers, the Arabian Hemi, it's still a normal Hemi. It's still made in USA. Well, it's not different. It's not really different from the American version because it's the same. Okay, let's see. Alright, biggest V12, and the biggest turbos. Well, Mr. Mudmower, the biggest turbo, biggest turbos. No, they are not really efficient. But I will make, if you want the max horsepower out of this beast. No, it's okay. It's okay, them peepers. No, I know the joke. It's okay. And I'm not really offended or something. No, it's actually cool. If you want, I can make my own version of the Hemi or something. No, don't worry. Aluminium block. And so Mr. Mudmower wants the biggest one. So as you can see, the biggest size here is a 16-liter V12, 16.2, which is humongously, explodiously big. Whoa. I'm gonna use 4 valves because I want. Yeah, it's okay, my friend. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna make a one for you, especially for you, Mr. Dim Peepers. Max power and torque you can get. Okay, it's okay. Big boy. All right. I'm gonna give you what you want, Mr. Mudmower 123. Since we'll be using huge turbos, I'm gonna use 9.0 to 1 compression ratio and 30 here, 60 here, or maybe 65. Variable valve timing plus 5 quality. Turbochargers, ball bearing performance, maybe let's see, 2000 horsepower intercooler plus 5 quality here. Direct fuel injection, throttle per cylinder performance, 100 octane fuel, 13.0 the airflow ratio, and stick it to 40, maybe 6500. Maybe, I'm not sure. Plus 5 quality here. Door. 4-inch. No restrictions whatsoever. Fuel can be used in cooling the engine. Yeah, I know that. Yes, I really know that, Mr. Charlie Anderson. Actually, I've seen an episode on Motor Trend channel on YouTube about that. But unfortunately, in automation here, it's not what you think. It's not like the real life, my friend. That's why it's not really like the real life. So let's continue our engine. Biggest turbo. Here you go, Mr. Mudmower. The biggest turbo I can fit here is 101 millimeters. So here we go, the biggest turbo. Let me decrease the turbine, the biggest AR ratio, and decrease the yes, maximized size turbos. No, I cannot. As you can see, if I increase the turbine size, it will not make any difference. So as you can see, no, stick it to 98 millimeters, 89 sorry millimeters, and check the power, my friend. 20 psi, 2000 pound-feet of torque. Oh my god, look at the pistons! The pistons are starting to crack. Look at the pistons! The pistons can only take 2095 pound-feet of torque. I'm actually cracking them. Ooh, because I'm using lightweight forged pistons. I want more. If I want them to take more, I can use forged, but unfortunately forged will make the RPM drop to 6100. No, I'm gonna keep using lightweight forged, but I'm not gonna push the torque more. The torque is enough this way. Ooh, I think I'm gonna. That's not good, right? So we have to use forged. All right, so using forged is now a 2000 horsepower engine. Can you imagine this engine in a Bugatti, maybe? In the new Bugatti, in the in the future, Bugatti. Oh, it would be amazing. So since you are making maximum power, I'm gonna push everything to the max, and look at the power now. Whoops. Look at the torque and look at everything. Oh my god, look at the power. Yes. So 2600 horsepower, my friend. Imagine a 16-liter V12 engine in real life with this kind of power. Oh my goodness. Yeah, indeed. Indeed, my friend, you have to cut everything to fit it in. I have actually made a more powerful version of if you open my channel, if you can open my channel right now, you will find a video under the name The King of Automation. Yes, The King of Automation. I believe I made 3,300 horsepower, something like this. Yes, and I think it's smaller than this one. It's 2,672 horsepower. Should we put more fuel in? I guess so. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think about it? What do you think about the video, Mr. Dim Peters, about the King of Automation? Well, I'm not really the King of Automation, but the engine itself is the King of Automation. I've never seen on YouTube a more powerful engine than the one that I made. Well, why do I need atomic? Why, Mr. Charlie? Why do you want me to use heavy-duty forged? I'm using billet steel crank, which is, as you can see, if I switch to forged crank, it will explode. If I switch to lightweight forged or heavy-duty forged, I can use heavy-duty forged if you want here, but okay, we can switch. Yes, you are correct, Mr. Charlie. Okay, switching to heavy-duty forged here, it worked perfectly here. Heavy-duty cast? No, heavy-duty cast will explode, so heavy-duty forged. Yeah, Mr. Mudmore. Yes, Mr. Mudmore. I believe you should go to my channel and watch the King of Automation video. You will see humongous amount of power. I mean, a power that you will never believe that it exists in real life. So should we continue, because I really want to hit 3,000 horsepower. What would you like? Would you like to see 3,000 horsepower, guys? I know that the engine is not really efficient now. I know that the power band is not really efficient. Yes, I know that. I really know that. Come on, would you like a 3,000 horsepower engine? Look at the fuel. Check the fuel out, my friends. The most amount of fuel. Yes, we just hit 3,051 horsepower. No, Mr. Dim Peepers, no. The most amount of power that I made was the most amount of horsepower that I made was 3,300, something like this. No, I don't like to make it explode, but as you can see, I want to make the most amount of horsepower and torque. Oh my god, look at the torque! 3042 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, imagine the heads flying out. Imagine the cylinder heads flying out of the engine. (3,100 pound-feet of torque). Well, there is actually okay. Maximize the boost. As you can see, 40 psi. Okay, here you go. The boost, the maximum boost possible, guys. Yeah, the maximum amount of boost. Let's see. The maximum amount of fuel as well. As you can see, bypass valves, they are not making any difference. Nothing, no difference whatsoever. Alright, so 6,300 RPM. Oh my god, look at the power! Look at the power! Oof! 3,000. Alright, perfect like this. $3,236. Oh my god, look at the power, everything, my guys, look, check out everything. Everything is set to the max. Check out this menu. Max, the most expensive fuel system, throttle per cylinder, performance. I've seen a V12 twin turbo game. Have you seen my video, Mr. Charlie Anderson, the king of automation? Have you seen it? Yeah, I think I killed 3,266 horsepower. Yes, I killed it. Check out my video if you didn't watch it before. No, Mr. Dim Peepers, more RPM will start to make it stress. No. I don't want. My engine are always about green lights here, because I hate to see some because let me explain something to you guys. I have seen some players on YouTube that they are making 4,000 or 3,700 horsepower engine, and when I played the video, I found out that these warning lights here are just in orange and in yellow, and oh my god, it just not good, not nearly good. That's why I hate this stuff. I like my engines to be green, because listen to me, my friend, because the challenge is always to make the most amount of power, and with these green lights here without anything yellow. This is the challenge always, because making horsepower is easy. Just push everything to the max and it will be power. But the challenge is, which is doing it with everything in the green here. That's why I don't like to make anything yellow here. And I'm sure if I want more RPM, as you can see, it will not break, but I will have a warning light, and that is not good. That is not good by my standards. As you can see, everything is set to the max here, the maximum exhaust side, no restrictions, plus 15 quality. Yes, I would really appreciate it if you can, guys, if you can buy the game, or if you want to steal the game or download the game or whatever, and then you start to make your own engines, and then you started to share it with me on Snapchat. I would love if you can, guys, play the game and share your engines with me on Snapchat. It will be amazing. Oof. So what do you think we have to do next? I mean, the variable valve lift has been maxed. Oh, I think I know the solution, guys. I think I know the solution. Let's cancel the the variable valve lift and see if we can make any difference here. Let's select 5 valves per cylinder. Ooh, more power, of course. Yes, actually we made more power. This is just irrelevant. It doesn't do anything. So as you can see, with an extra valve, we actually made more power. A little bit more power. Yeah, I think you are right, Mr. Damekeepers. Okay, don't steal the game, buy it and download it. Okay. Yeah, no, it's okay. We don't have any kind of stuff here. Alright, so this is the final. Oh my god, look at the exhaust. Look at the exhaust size. Oh my god, it's like a chimney. It's like a twin chimney. Who can guess that before I open the spec sheet here, who can guess the torque right now at idle? Who can guess the torque at idle right now? Mr. Charlie Anderson, no, you cannot fit that in a car. I would love to put it in a semi truck or something, but no, there is no car that has like a hood or a front that can contain all this size. Okay, so Mr. Atomic Nerd is guessing 500 pound-feet of torque. Mr. Charlie, what do you think? And what do you think, guys? Come on, what do you think is the idle pound-feet of torque? What do you think the torque is at idle? Come on. Ooh. Mud mower, Mr. Mud mower. What do you think, guys, is the torque at idle? Come on. Oh, Mr. Muyayo, 2000. No, not that much. 1000 torque and 100 horsepower. Okay, so should we reveal it? Should we reveal? Do you have any other guess? Do you have any other guesses? No? Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. So Mr. Mudmower 123, you are very close. 1019 pound-feet of torque at idle at 700 horsepower. Woof! And the power is 136. Oh my god, at idle. At idle this engine can... I don't know how. I'm really... Mr. Atomic Nerd, I don't really know how. The engine, I think the piston size, the size of the piston itself is bigger than my face. That's why it's... Oh my god. Okay, are you ready, guys? Are you ready to see what kind of power? Oh my god, look! Just look at the power again. Just look at the torque. We just created a monster, guys. We just created a monster. What do you think, guys, about it? Come on, be honest. What do you think? Tell me your thoughts. And have you seen the headers? Have you seen the headers? Alright, so this has been an extremely powerful engine. Crazy indeed. And Mr. Mud Mower, this is your engine. I'm gonna name it under your name, Mr. Mud. Let's see, Mower 123 V12 V12 crazy, not racing. This is not a racing V12, this is a crazy V12. Max everything. The variant is max everything, indeed. Alright, Mr. Atomic Nerd. Alright, now let's switch to your inline 6 engine. Alright, give me the specs one by one. So it's an inline 6. What kind of... No, Mr. Charlie Anderson, it's actually a 1000 pound-feet of torque at idle, and I think the horsepower is what, 300 horsepower? No, sorry, 136 horsepower at idle. Yes. Now, Mr. Atomic Nerd, your inline 6 engine, what kind of materials, specs, family size, or whatever? Oof. I think, guys, this is our last video, or not last video, sorry, this is our last engine, because actually we have a family barbecue tonight and I have to finish the video after this one. So let's see, Atomic Nerd says 100 bore and stroke, let's say aluminium, 100 bore and stroke, okay. Let's see, 100 millimeter here and 100 millimeter here. Okay, next, it's a 4.7 liter inline 6 engine. What are the cast iron block? Okay, cast iron block. And now, what do you think about the heads and valves? The head and valves. What do you think we should use? It dual or a single or push rods, or what do you think? Aluminium head. Okay. What kind of head? What kind of head and valves? Dual overhead camshaft. Everything I write down has delay of about 2 minutes before chassis. Yeah, Mr. Charlie, I know that, because I'm not really sure why. I think the latency maybe, or your connection is slow, or maybe the connection between us is slow. I'm not really sure why. Okay, Mr. Nerd, what 4 valves per cylinder, dual overhead camshaft. Okay, the variable valve lift technology, of course. What do you want for crankshaft? Cast iron, forged, or billet steel? I would love if you can write them together at once, so I can do it quickly, my friend. Yes, because as you can see, the connection is a little bit slow between us guys, so if you can write the whole script sheet, I would love to. Oh my god, my family has started barbecuing. I think they will shoot me when I finish this video. Alright, so I'm gonna guess forged, maybe lightweight, max internals. Okay, max internals, that's great. plus 5 quality, 11.1. Okay, 11.1. Let me move this if you don't mind. Okay, 11.1 to 1, 70 on the cam, 70 cam or 70 VVL. What do you think? 70 VVL because I'm using VVL, and maybe 35 here. Multi-point fuel injection. Okay, and of course I'm using variable draft timing, of course, because it's just better. Okay, so you want multi-point fuel injection. What, throttle per cylinder or single? I'm gonna guess throttle per cylinder, right? Ooh, look at, check out the throttle per cylinder, or TPI. And maybe 98 octane fuel, 13.7, 60 here, maybe 7,000, maybe plus 5 here. Yes, long tubular and 2.5-inch exhaust, highway freeway, no restrictions, plus 5 quality. So we are actually making 455 horsepower, 10k RPM. Well, actually, as you can see, Mr. Atomic Nerd, as you can see, we are only maxed at 8,000 because of the bore and stroke, and I'm gonna try and push it to the max. As you can see, plus 15 quality here, and with maxed internals we can only achieve 8,300, my friend. We can only go 8,300. Yes, that's what we can achieve. And we have a valve float, of course. 80mm stroke. Okay, 80mm stroke. $80mm stroke. Here we go. Here you go, 80mm stroke. Now we can go with 10,000 RPM. Alright, 10,000, but we need, if you remember, if you want 10,000 RPM, look, we have an extreme valve float. So we have to push this one to the max, and we need to push the variable valve lift to the max. And as you can see, we can only get the power only at 8,800 RPM, or maybe 8,900 this way. 13.1, the air-fuel ratio. Why do you need? Okay, 13.1. 13.1. Here we go. What else would you like, my friend? What would you like? I'm waiting, Mr. Atomic Nerd. I'm waiting here. My choice now. Okay, since it's my choice, I'm gonna push these to plus 15. And let's see, pushing more ignition timing is useless because the power will stop very soon. That's why it's not good. Well, if it's up to me, I would suggest more compression ratio, like 12 for example. And since we are making a racing engine, I would suggest to be 5 valves per cylinder, and this one to the max. As you can see now, the power can go all the way to 9,000 RPM, but unfortunately the power cannot go any higher than 9,000. As you can see, the ignition timing is at 100 and it's still at 9,000 RPM. The power stops here, even with plus 15 quality on racing exhaust system. Okay, that's good. Any other specs would you like to add, maybe? As you can see, it's now 12.4 to 1 compression ratio, which is better, which is extremely better. Okay, would you like to hear it now? We are making 571.5 horsepower. Would you like to hear your beast? 3 and 2, 1, go. Whoa! Listen to that. Ooh, hello Mr. Swiss Master Works. Hello and welcome. Unfortunately, if you're kinda missed the video because this is my last engine here. So add a turbo with a 30 psi. Let's try it. Okay, Mr. Atomic Nerd, let's try it. Okay. First of all, to add a turbo to this engine, we need to do some modifications. For a start, yes, I'm pleased too. So let's start with. Okay, so I don't want to change anything, so let me first call it under your name, Atomic Nerd i6. All right. The variant is NA, which is naturally aspirated. Okay, that's all fine. Now let's go out and choose it again, but this time here. All right, here we go. This is the engine here, or the family Atomic Nerd. All right. Let's make another variant, new variant. Here we go. The same engine, as you can see, the same specs, dual overhead camshaft, the same. But now we can add the turbo that we want. For example, it used to be 12 something compression ratio. No, let's take it to 9.0 to 1 and keep the racing camshaft, variable valve timing, plus 15 here, turbocharger, ball bearing, performance. Don't worry, I'm gonna tweak it later. Maybe put an 800 horsepower intercooler, plus 15 quality here, direct. Oh yes, now your engine is multi-point fuel injection. I'm not gonna change that. Throttle per cylinder, performance, and 100 octane fuel. Maybe 12.5 here. Decrease ignition timing. Ooh, don't worry, Mr. Charlie Anderson. This is my last engine here. Don't worry. I'm gonna finish the video after this one, so it's okay. I'm really happy to see you in my videos as always. So I wish you all the best of luck, my friend. No restrictions here, and plus 15 quality. Now let's go back to the turbo itself. Since we want 30 psi, here we go. 30 psi. It's actually useless. These 30 psi's are like the same if you choose 27 psi, unless we made the turbo itself humongously big. Let's see, AR ratio, taking away. And let's see, turbine, make it small. AR ratio go big, and turbine goes small. So long, my friend. Okay. No, AR ratio. No, you don't need to max it because the engine right now, my friend, is perfectly well. You don't really have to max the the AR ratio, don't worry about it. As you can see, more bigger intercooler, and as you can see here, now we need to add ignition timing, unless I can add more fuel so I can compensate. No, this way is better. 900 horsepower engine, and as you can see, there is no point of revving it to 10,000 RPM. Well, my friend Mr. Atomic Nerd, putting cast iron here, or aluminium, silicon, or anything else in real life, yes, you are correct about, you know, the durability of the engine block. Yes, I am with you in the cast iron block, but in automation, no, it's not really well. Yes, okay, Mr. Swiss Masterworks, let me first tweak it to perfection. For example, the exhaust is not enough, so yes, it's a 1000 horsepower beast. 6-inch. So it's a 1000 horsepower. What's the size on this beast? So it's a 3.7 liter. This is a 3.7 liter. Okay, no, Mr. Atomic Nerd, let's hear the engine first. Hear it and then go. And enjoy 1000 horsepower experience. So this is a perfect engine when it was naturally aspirated, and after the turbo, now it's perfect. It's more perfect. Ooh, hello, Mr. Funtime. Yes, only 191 kilograms, extremely lightweight. So this is Swiss Masterworks Turbo. Oh, hello, my friend. I really apologize, Mr. Mark from Predator XR. I really do apologize, because this is our last engine. My family is making a barbecue and I have to close this live video. But I promise, Mr. Mark Predator, that next video you will be with us, and I will make you your own car or your own engine, whatever the new video. So I will see you very, very soon, guys. Remember to add me on my Snapchat. Yes, remember that, because I told everyone that to add me on my Snapchat so we can share our cars, we can share our ideas, because we are like a car community here. So my Snapchat is LordBAS94. Here we go. You can add me on my Snapchat, and you can send me your own car. We can share ideas, and when you add me on my Snapchat, I will send a snap for every one of you about my next live video. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm really happy to share my live videos with you. It's been a pleasure with you guys, and remember to add me on my Snapchat before I leave. Alright, let me just give you a little bit of time because the connection is a little bit slow. Okay, all good? Okay, I will see you. Yes, my friend, yes. Alright, then goodbye my friends.